Okay, you're not wrong, but what I'm trying to explain to you is basically, so what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong. If we take the gym and what people that you encountered would do, and I'm sorry, I'm all over on topics because this was a sudden, but they would take the gym, hold it for so long, and then drop it. And this is on Pokemon Go, and I'm sorry I'm not being very, but we're having an organic conversation, and this is exactly what I want to capture. But so what would they do after?
After they let the gym go, they would wait a little while and then retake the gym.
Well, and of course, that's what you would do. I mean,
they spent so much of their time sitting in one spot, taking this one gym over and over again, and it's like, you just defeated most of the point of this game.
Well, most of the point of the original game. This was a reevaluation. Do you remember ever watching the Pokemon anime series with me?
Yeah.
And that is exactly the status, is you would build and then take.
Yeah.
And you, like I said, would get benefits from taking the gym.
Well, I guess I kind of do get it because it gets kind of boring. Do you remember back when we would catch certain Pokemon? And
when we would do it intentionally.
When they would be like a legendary and we'd get them really strong. You remember my Mewtwo.
Yeah.
I had one Mewtwo that went through how many
I mostly remember
restarts?
your Mewtwo because I was the only person that we knew that had caught the Mewtwo without a Master Ball.
Yeah. But my Mewtwo, look at how long it took us to delete him.
Your Mewtwo was a gnarly son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, he was. But look at how long it took us to actually decide that it was boring to keep him.
Yeah.
Because it became boring, because what we would end up doing is we'd trade him into another game and restart the game that I was playing.
And then you start at the beginning, and even if he wasn't listening to you...
I would be like, okay, I'm a gym and a half, I'm 2 gyms into this, I want my Mewtwo now.
And then I would
wipe the whole game,
and even if
with him,
even if it took even if it took 7 shots for him to use the move that he did, it was a one-hit kill. Period.
Mm-hmm. But then that got boring after a while because it was like,
well, isn't it? Because they hit him, and
now they can't kill me, so there's no chance.
There was no excitement.
Dying. So what's the point of this game now? Because there is no chance of me dying. Okay, the game just became unfun.
Well, that's
it's
why
like
when
we got all those Master Balls, it made the game less fun because we could catch anything at any time, and there was no challenge to that.
Right.
You just boom, Master Ball. I got 10 more in my.
We worked hard for the Master Balls, but at the end of it,
for a little bit.
It was purposeless.
Yeah.
It's
which is why we don't do that anymore when we play. Because it's like, where's the fun in that?
Well, when I bought Sun and Moon for each of us, that's pretty much what it turned into. Is I bought the Pokemon Bank, and which I lost, by the way. So all of our legendaries are gone.
That's okay.
But what's the worst that's gonna happen? I play Omega whatever, and you play Alpha whatever, and we get them again.
Yeah, it's not like we can't get them. We got them the first time. Why
well,
wouldn't we be able
you
to
never got all of them, but I mean, we can make it happen. But
I got what I wanted.
We always wanted to complete a Pokedex, and that was fun. But
yeah,
when you got to the point of being able to send the same Pokemon through the same shit, it became no different than what was that? Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah, you got that right. It just became
where we were just winning because we were clearly overpowered.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's why we quit using books. You do realize that.
Yeah, that is why we quit using books.
Because for a while there, we would use the books. And after it started getting too boring with the books, we decided, okay, here's how we're going to do it. We're not going to open that book
Do it right
unless we get so stuck that it's frustrating the hell out of us and making us angry, and we still want to play the game. But that
City
book is getting in the
consolation to
way.
people. I didn't even touch her on that last one. But you remember the first video because you watched it. I brought you up in it. Where Richard said that he liked to bare bones or something like that.
Yeah.
He liked to bare bones it. That's what came from us playing games the way that we did.
The book felt like a cheat.
We would play through them, and then we would pull out the book, and all of a sudden we'd come up with all these different directions that we could go in, and it felt dirty.
Yeah, it felt like we were cheating.
It felt weak.
It felt like we had a bunch of cheat codes, and I know people that play with cheat codes. And where's the fun in a game when you're going to cheat code your way through it and not actually?
You know what the fun thing about people who play with
point?
cheat codes are?
What's that?
One-on-one them.
Oh, now I can
One-on-one.
see better. Yeah, that's true. And
Second you one-on-one
I hate
them.
cheat codes.
Any
I
game.
don't do cheat codes.
Any fucking game.
Don't do cheat codes because the word cheat right there tells you why I don't do cheat codes.
Well, no, cheat codes can be a lot of fun, but...
Yeah, don't care.
But they fuck up with your gaming experience. They lead you
because you just went through that part and you never got to play it.
Yeah, not
so
really.
Now you cheated your way through it.
There was
and
no
you
challenge.
Never really got to play it. There was no challenge involved, and now you're there. But wow, that game went really fast. And then you think back and you think, up until I opened that book, it wasn't going that fast, and I was having a great time. Now I've opened that book and started having the book tell me how to do it. And I'm no longer playing.
I love how much more organic this is. So what I'm gonna have to do this right now. I'm gonna have to go in and say, this is potentially a video that we're going to post. It was amazing. The last couple of videos that we posted. I hope all of you enjoyed it. This is a video clearly about cheating.
Yeah, apparently.
No, I caught my mom off guard, just like I caught my uncle off guard in the first video. It's the more organic. I like it. It's better. I
like it better without a subject because then we can go whatever
because
way
we can
we
just
want
go.
with
And
this.
right now we're talking about cheating, and
yeah,
we cheated on Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
a lot.
Bad.
We would go through red, yellow, and blue to get the Master Balls and then trade them. And then in silver, in red, blue, and yellow, we had a cheat where you could just power off your game system partway through the trade. And
both of you would end up with it.
Both of you would no. You're jumping ahead. Both of you would end up with items in your inventory that went up to 99. Mm-hmm. You're talking about silver and gold, where you could turn off
Master Balls.
You could turn off your system partway through the trade, and both of you would end up with the Pokemon carrying the item that you were looking for. There were cheats. And then...
And we did use them at one time.
Then we hit Ruby,
evolved.
Emerald, and Sapphire, and the cheats weren't there.
Yeah.
And then Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, and the cheats weren't there either. Yeah. So what we would do is, my preference, my favorite Pokemon game, and I will hold to this till the day I die, my favorite Pokemon game at this point in, what is it? Is it the 8th?
Yeah.
2/8/2019 is oh shit, I just hit a brick wall. But Ruby and Sapphire. I love them. I still love Emerald. Whereas you always loved Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Oh yeah.
Which is what we did. I would go
My
to the
favorites.
point. What we would do is we would find a game. Well, pick a game more so than find a game. But she would play, like, did you prefer Fire Red or Leaf Green? I think you preferred Fire Red.
Fire Red.
And so she would
always.
take Leaf Green to the point of being able to trade with Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. And then my personal favorite was
No. Sorry. Dog distraction.
you're fucking up with continuity, Bubba. Boo. Come on, go lay down. But my favorite was Ruby,
yeah.
and I played Sapphire, and
I
I
like
love Sapphire.
though.
But well, that's why I gave you Sapphire.
But
because
remember,
I liked
Blue,
Ruby.
red, and
But-
yellow. What was your favorite?
Red.
I like blue. Always did. Another one of us liked yellow, just so you know. That was the game that we caught things on that you could only catch in yellow and then traded it onto our
Yep,
games.
it's where we
It was
got
a trader
the remainder of the starter Pokemons.
Yeah,
Um,
because none of us liked yellow.
so in red and blue, you could pick one starter, but in yellow, you
pick.
could come across multiple starters.
Yeah.
So what we would do is I would
Yeah,
get Sapphire to the point
Do you know why? You
where it had a
always
Master
liked-
Ball. And let me finish this thought, and then
Okay.
I'll let you go. But in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you had to hit a certain point before you could trade with Ruby and Sapphire. So what she would do is she would work one of those two games, typically Leaf Green,
Yeah.
believe it or not, to one of those points, and then I would work Ruby to that point, and then I would play Sapphire or Ruby, and she would play Fire Red
Which
all
was
the
one of
way
my least
through
favorites.
until we got enough Master Balls to catch every legendary Pokemon that we had. We
Yeah.
put the grind to it, the nose of the grindstone. And now that I've finished that thought, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but
Well, I
what do you
really
have to
think
say?
that the reason that I was more of a blue and you were more of a red was because fire Pokemon were more prominent in the red games. I mean, fire red after all. And the water ones were more prominent in the blue ones. And I like water Pokemon, which actually isn't true. My favorite Pokemon are, and always will be, the Psychics. And I teach them weird moves.
Now, my problem is I like Dragon.
See, I like dark Pokemon.
I have a fan of I am a fan of, well, I do have a fan, but I'm a dragon kind of guy. Outside of Pokemon, I like dragons.
You collect those bad boys.
Well, that's neither here nor
I
there.
buy him as gifts for him a lot.
Dragons and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am Batman. One of these days, I'll record a video wearing my Batman cowl. But, well, it's actually a mask, not a cowl, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, it's not funny.
You're being funny right now.
The point is, well, I've had a few beers. The point is that, I like Dragon-type Pokemon. I just like the way that they look. I like the aesthetics. I like a few Fire-type Pokemon. Mom, what's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon?
Period. And if you say Mewtwo, well, then I'm just gonna have
No.
to smile at the camera. Aesthetics add into this. Like, what is the
Okay,
Pokemon that you
aesthetics
think
add
is
into it?
prettiest, and
Okay.
the Pokemon that you think is the most effective?
This is a combo Pokemon. Easily. What does... Okay. Gardevoir. There you go. And I
Gardevoir.
Yeah.
You always call it Gardevoir.
I know. I always mispronounce it like
Yeah,
I do Luigi.
well...
Call
like
him Luigi. That's what I've always called him.
How can you not love this woman?
And I don't ever play as Luigi. I am Mario.
Yeah,
Just saying, I am Mario.
I'm the Luigi.
But I've always
Then
called
again,
him Luigi.
In
as
my
Luigi.
defense, you don't really like playing against me. Well, that's also because I'm hyper competitive.
Oh,
So,
we both are.
If I lose, I growl at people and I get hyper excited and I bite. No.
He does.
That's a joke.
That is not a joke. Not a joke right there.
I don't bite people.
Okay,
But,
I'm joking now.
No, maybe she's not. Well, it was one time.
Well,
But-
that person might have deserved to be bitten. Just saying.
Oh, you remember that little asshole that he used to play Time Splitters with me?
Oh,
That was like,
here's a game that I liked and hated at the same time.
I'm aiming down the fucking sights and he's like,
Seriously.
shoot me. And I'm like, if you tell me to do that, I'm going to do it. And he's like, fucking do it. And then I shot, and next thing I know, he's storming out of my fucking house, threw a controller
You
across
shot
the room.
me.
If he had been like, do it, bring it, I'd have been like, well, maybe I shouldn't. But no, he was just like calm and relaxed, and like, I have a little difficulty like reading people's emotions sometimes. So like that turned into a whole fucking thing.
No, problem is, we're both very competitive, and when we would get
hyper competitive
into a competition in a game,
like Mario Party. Oh,
it
Jesus.
would piss each other off if the other one was winning.
No, I still regret when I was.
And he used to think he was better than me at any game here or there, and he found out in later years that actually
games.
I can beat him.
There are games that she's. Well, there was a time that I thought I was the best at any game.
Not
Period.
Mario, and by the way, I can beat you at Pokemon if I do it right. Pokemon?
Yeah, that's
determined
very
to beat
true.
you?
That is entirely true. But I thought I
You
was.
don't always see it coming.
I thought I was the best at every game ever for a short period of time. And do you remember that time that we were playing Mario Party, is it 2, where they dressed up as different characters?
It might have been. That sounds right.
And it was the first time you had ever won. And I shut it off because we had already seen how that goes.
Yeah.
Like how the story ends. And I was just mad because I was like, what, 13?
Yeah.
I was angry at the world.
First time I really beat you at a game like that.
It wasn't until my dad took me aside and told me that I should have let her have her victory that I was like, oh shit. Like, I took that win away from her. Like, damn. God, way to be a dick. But no, like, that's how our gaming history has always been together.
Fortunately, both of us are like, I won in your face.
A little bit, yeah, no, like...
You said I couldn't beat you in your face.
I've gotten a lot better about it. Fire Emblem is exactly what taught me to get a little bit better about it. Because the first Fire Emblem game that we ever played that we were able to actually play against each other...
Yeah.
That's when I realized that I needed to give you a little more props than I had been giving you. Because, I mean, we played, was it Path of Radiance?
Was it when all your friends told you how cool of a mom you had?
Well,
Because I actually played video games and theirs didn't, ever.
Here was the problem. When I put her on my team, it was rape.
Oh, yeah.
And when I put her on the opposite team, well, they didn't lose because of her. They lost because the other person on the team, well, they were being an asshat.
Wouldn't listen.
Like Time Splitters.
Quit acting like you know something.
Time
and
Splitters
listen.
was... Okay, so we should have mentioned it in the last video you and I recorded together. Time Splitters, oh my god, that was garbage.
Oh, I hated that game too.
But it was a lot
Why
of fun.
is that the one that we didn't think of as our
Right?
worst game? Time
Right?
Splitters. Oh my god.
Time
Worst game
Splitters,
ever.
and it was actually Time Splitters too.
Worst
but
game.
that game was pretty bad.
Hated
but
that game.
I mean, I had a lot of fun
But this
playing
is-
it.
This is just our opinions, so don't anybody get too
Right.
insulted by what we hate.
Right. Oh well,
Our
no.
opinions.
Well, if you get seriously offended because I said that your favorite game is a game that, in my opinion, is garbage, hey, you can go fuck yourself. Like, yeah, it's as simple as that. I'm not here to make like
Friends or
you
enemies.
smile per se. I'm just here. Read my description and you'll understand.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to spread my sense of humor and talk about some stuff that
Have a
is
little fun.
entertaining for me to talk about. I'm not trying to make or break anything. Fuck off, man. We're just having fun. And that's all. And you can like or dislike, help. Dislike as much as you want. Although, I wouldn't be against a little criticism, but keep it within reason. I mean,
Try to keep it constructive. Don't just be out there being like, well, you're just an asshole and you're an asshole because I said you're an asshole.
Well, it's like-
Because I don't like you because you're an asshole. That's stupid.
in my first video, I said something was gay, and I shouldn't have said it. And I think I did it again in my second video.
Yeah, but
I
you don't mean
remember.
it the way that came
But
out
I
sounding.
said it as
Just
I said it. I
saying.
said I don't view this as a derogatory term because I don't think it is a derogatory term. But
No.
I mean, I do say things that are on PC as my second half in the second video mentions. And I just kind of looked at him and said I wasn't going to make that joke. It's all just jokes. So we aren't talking about our political beliefs or any bullshit
No, I
like
don't
that.
want
Because who really wants to watch a YouTube channel like that? And this is about 15 minutes of wasted time. We have done this. Oh my goodness. But all the same.
Politics makes people angry.
Oh yeah. Fuck politics.
And it's no fun. This is supposed to be fun.
Isn't it?
And so if we make it about something, if we make it about something not fun, how's it going to be fun? Just
But I think-
saying.
I think the point is that
Try to have fun.
every individual has a perception of what good video games are
Yeah.
and what they aren't. And I think that's a good point to end on. Easy. Sorry, dogs are losing their shit.